December 16th, 1928. Really all made me old. In school, we had art classes, and this one nun would come, I think once a week. She was teaching art, and she kind of encouraged us to draw and paint, and that influenced me. And she always liked my work. Anyway, this nun, the teacher, would encourage us to go to the Art Institute to study art. And at the time, there were a lot of soldiers and GIs coming back from the war. It was during the war, World War II. And so when I graduated from high school, I tried to get in the Art Institute, and they would take the GIs, they called them, that first at the Art Institute. So I couldn't get in. Sister Giotto had already gotten in there the year before, and then the war ended. The soldiers, they came, tried to, and so they'd get priority. And Sister Evelyn, my sister, would go in the office at the Art Institute to try to get me. And I had a portfolio of some of my paintings and drawings from high school. And so and she said, well, if one of the soldiers drops out, and if they drop out of school, could my sister get in then? And so she kept going every day to try to get me in, and finally someone did. They had been signed up and they dropped out of school. They said no, they weren't going to go there and study the GIs. So that's how I finally was able to go to the Art Institute. I got into the fine arts group where did the painting and drawing. I seemed to excel better than that. I got scholarships finally, because back then it was pretty expensive to go to school and not have any income from it. I worked at the telephone company part-time, and there was a shortage of operators, and so they hired me, and they paid very well, good money. So by working there part-time and going to school, I was able to keep going. Right, because back then artists couldn't make a living, only if you could make prints and sell them that way. And mine were one of a kind, every painting. I always liked charcoal drawing, drawing mostly. And then for painting, I liked oil, to work with oils. I had, different boys that I dated, some of them that were studying, the students. So when I left the Art Institute, I decided to come to New Mexico to learn Spanish. I thought I ever wanted to learn Spanish. My dad kind of encouraged me, my father, because he had been raised in New Mexico, and he always kind of wanted to learn Spanish because he lived here. So then I signed up to come out here, and I broke up with different boys I was dating. They kind of felt bad because they wanted to come out here and visit me. But I had, in the meantime, at the university here in New Mexico, I met I met my husband, George, and he was studying, he was a bachelor, he was getting a Bachelor of Science. And of course he was Spanish, so he spoke it fluently, and so when he asked me why I was here, I said I wanted to learn Spanish, and he said, well, I'll teach you. So we started dating, and he would take me to see Spanish movies they would have at the theaters, and so I didn't learn that because he was so interested in the movie. He just laughed, and I didn't understand what they were saying. And the weather was so nice. I couldn't get over from Chicago. What a big change it was. I never wanted to go back to Chicago.